Yo, if you're in your 20s, here are a few things that you need to know. If you guys don't know me, my name is Mimi. Pause. If y'all don't know me, my name is Mimi. I'm all over social media. I do skits all over Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I'll leave everything down in the description. But here are a few things that I've learned being in my 20s. I'm not gonna lie, I had a very, very rough start, and it took me a lot to get here. It got to a point where I had a rough start and I maneuvered my way and I began a business. So here are a few things and a few tips I'm going to give you that's going to help you now and help you later on in the future. This is a think piece. First things first that you need to have in your 20s is discipline. If you don't have any type of discipline, I personally feel like you will not make it far in life. I had to have a lot of discipline. I had to watch certain foods I was eating. I had to not spend just to spend, and having all the designer that everyone's rocking nowadays. And nowadays it's like when you don't have designer, people look at you and be like, oh, she broke. You have a crib, you have a car, you have everything, and people are still gonna look at you and be like, you're broke. But little do they know, all this stuff comes with self-discipline. You may not go and splurge all the time, but you know, you still got clothes, you still got food, you still got everything that you need to live. So you don't have to go and try to squeeze yourself in society just so you can get some validation from everyone. And also having physical discipline is very, very important. And that means maybe you might see a group of people, they smoking, they doing what they doing, you know, and you just don't go and join them because you know that it can destroy your health. It can do a lot of bad things that won't really benefit you. So having all those type of disciplines is very important as a person in their 20s. Another major factor is ego. Your ego can take you so far. But here's the thing about it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You may see somebody doing something, but that doesn't mean that you should sit here and hate on them. And the only reason why that even happens is because most people will look at somebody and hate on them because they want to be in that position. But they're not able to do what that person is doing. So the only thing they know how to do is hate. And it's like, instead of you hating, why don't you just ask? You can ask for help. You can, be like, yo, put me on. And if they don't want to put you on, guess what you do? You on to the next. You go into the next person. So you may think you know it all, but there's always something out there to learn. So keep exploring, keep asking, keep seeking. You want to keep growing. But if your ego is so big to where you feel like you can just do it all without nobody help, it just won't really work out. Like, you always need advice from somebody else. You always need help from somebody else. I know some people be like, oh, I'm 10 toes down, I can do it on my own. Yes, you can do it on your own, but at the end of the day, life's. And even if that goes into you getting a mentor, like somebody that you can look up to. Because I know a lot of people don't really have a lot of people to look up to in their life. So having that mentor and having someone you could be like, yeah, if I call them, I know I'm going to get this type of information out of them that's going to benefit me. It will help you and take you far places. Showing love. What happened to us showing love? Instead of everybody clapping their hands from one another, they want to sit down and bash one another. And it's like, you can't expect whatever you're doing to grow if it's nothing but a whole bunch of hatred in your heart. Like, if somebody sees somebody doing something, they're like, oh, they just doing it because everybody else doing it. I never knew that inspiration or being inspired was a crime. I never knew that. But multiple people can be inspired by multiple things. It ain't a crime. So show love. People don't like showing love. And it's like the only way for you to expand and grow is if you look at a piece of art and you're like, ooh, I love this. I'm gonna get in contact with who drew it. I want to know more about it. You showing love to them. But if you look at the piece of art and you're like, yeah, it's cool and all that. And you know deep down you really fuck with it and you're like, oh, yeah, it's cool, whatever. It's like, why you build up with so much hatred? And I personally feel like if people were to actually show love towards other people, they could really go far in life. But it's like everybody just wants to be so enclosed in this box where it's like the only people they will show love to and support is their friends. Whether you have a business, whether you're, a content creator, it's like you can't just surround yourself with just all your friends. Because the thing is like you guys all have the same audience or same friend base. It's like if you really want to expand, it's like, bro, hit up other people. Other people hit you up, they're interested in doing stuff with you, let them do it. Expand your audience. And that's when people gonna be really like, really start tapping in with you. But if it's like, if we're not just showing love and we just showing hatred 24/7, it's like, how can you ever grow? How can you ever grow if you so busy showing hatred? You gonna lose track of your progress. You're not even gonna know which step you on because you're so focused on what another person is doing, you forgot where you at. It's time to lock in. It don't hurt to show love to other people. Support your people, support your friends, support your family, support people you don't know. Because you never know where somebody can be in life tomorrow. And people always remember, they go like, oh yeah, I remember her. She used to always comment on my videos. I remember her. She always used to share my posts. She used to do this. People gonna remember. But do you want to be the person where they remember like, oh yeah, she always used to talk about me. She always used to do this about me. No, it don't hurt to show love. So I just show love everywhere that I go. Whether I see a homeless person, I'm handing them money. I'm just showing love. That's just what I do. Like, it's like, I can't really sit and hate on somebody. Like, it's just not in my heart. And the only way I can really do that is if they just constantly disrespecting me. Simple. But everything that I do, I show love. That's just who I am because, as I said, I come from a very dark space. So with this new space and environment that I'm in, it's like I don't ever want to be put back in that position that I was in before. Listen, see, right now I'm shining and glowing right now. I don't want to be dark and gloomy no more. And last one is crowd, my favorite freaking topic. We are going to get into crowds. The reason why this is my favorite topic is because I used to be in a position where I used to be around the wrong crowd and I was put in certain situations, but thank God the Lord carried me through and I'm still here today breathing in one piece. Your crowd determines who you are. I don't care what no one says. They always be like, oh, my friends are like this, but I'm like this, so I'm different. No, it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna gradually start turning into who you hang around. When you look at billionaires, who do you see them hanging around? Billionaires. When you look at broke folks, do you see them hanging around with people with money? No, they don't. Your friends shape who you are. They inspire a lot of your actions. They inspire your life. I always try to tell myself, like, if I'm hanging around a group of people, sit down and look at these people and think where you're going to see them in the next 10 years. And be completely honest with yourself. Don't sit and try to be on no. Be completely honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself right now, it's going to be a lot harder for you to be honest with yourself later. You want to be around people that's going to elevate you and motivate you and lift your spirit up. Not be around people that's going to tear you down. You don't want to be around it. Your crowd can determine your future. So pick your friends wisely. I know nowadays everybody want to be in the club. Everybody want to be drinking. Everybody want to be smoking. Hey, everyone has free will. That's completely fine. But what I want to say is, like, really sit down and think where you want your life to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now. Do you want to work hard now where you have all this energy and you're able to wake up every single morning and get on your feet and go? Or do you want to be playing catch up when you're about 35? It's time for a lot of us to lock in. And I'm saying this because I feel like I locked in. If I didn't lock in, you would see that I didn't lock in. I think it's time for a lot of people to lock in. And this is not to bash nothing. But people gonna take this as a bash because it's the honest truth. Because no one really likes to hear the truth. You know? Discipline, your ego, your crowd, showing love. They all play a huge, major factor as someone in their 20s. So, with that being said, I hope you guys got a lot from this video. I do have many, many more videos coming along. Let me know what more you guys want to hear. Stories, more questions. This is literally just my first video. It may be a little bit raggedy or something right now, but as time goes, it's going to get better. Let me know more advice that you guys want to hear. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys all learned from this video. I hope that as I'm making more and more videos, it inspires some people. It helps people break out of a certain habit or anything that they're in. And yeah, as I said, this is called Think Peace. And I'll catch y'all in my next episode. Bye.